Okay, so the first game that I will test from 2014 will be Sniper Elite 3. Because this is the one of the better one. Others.
I've arrived in Tobruk, off a boat filled with replacements and reinforcements.
Okay.
Young men blindly rushing to their deaths.
Okay, so this game looks absolutely fine on 1 gig of VRAM. And even on high settings. VRAM just keeps rising. Okay, let's keep going. What was that? Like, okay, so this is 60 FPS. This is the Sniper Elite 3. Okay, so into the action. And we are dropping. Okay, so this is a 45. 45 actually. What is in an eye like this? Okay, so this uses even less of the VRAM, but still won't go to 60 FPS. Let's try absolute minimum. So that I will feel better for changing the card. So this is a 60 FPS, but only on the minimum settings. And the card is actually reaches 100, almost 100%. Now we are talking. So yeah, we need to there's no indicator of the altitude actually. Focus time is with E. Okay. This game runs absolutely fine actually. Even on 1 gigabyte of VRAM, but only on the minimum settings. And with explosions it's actually dropped to the 55. Okay, so there is no point of testing that
The Germans are using Nebelwerfer.
even longer because we have a lot of games to cover. So this was Sniper Elite 3 from 2013. Okay, so this is Need for Speed The Run from 2012. Yeah, I think it's from 2012. From 2011. So this is Need for Speed The Run from 2011 on a GTX 650.
Competition's heating up. Be careful.
Okay, thanks.
So I think this is one of the best Need for Speed games, at least story-wise, because I really like the story of this game. Maybe this was a little bit on the shorter side, a little bit short game, but I think it is better to be to play a engaging and interesting story, but a little bit shorter than to play a long game and boring. That's my opinion on that. And yes, this is actually running on the high settings as well. No problems. 1 gig of VRAM and the graphics card, yeah, it maxes out. It won't drop between below 60 FPS. So I think this game runs fine on GTX 650. And yeah, so this was Need for Speed The Run from 2011. Okay, so this is another game from 2014. It's called Sims 4. Yes, so the settings is actually on high. Don't need to put on a very high. The OBS is actually cannot record in 1080p. Forgot about that. So yeah. Yeah, so Sims 4 is actually look pretty good. Yeah, the biggest problem is the VRAM. That I couldn't record on 1080p. So now I'm getting a bunch of errors on a lot of games. So trying to look for solutions, but with no avail. So I don't know. I kinda pretty tempted to change the video card to the newer one and see what happens. Maybe for the lack of VRAM, some games cannot launch. So I don't know. And of course, I really want to start recording on 1080p. Because these 720p videos are not that great, actually. Okay, so this is a Sims 4 actually.
Holger Beret? Oh, Yabahorn! Oh, Daba Boondle!
Skiba, Bimba, Bimskladina.
Okay, so they added a whole bunch of activities in this one. Acquire the comedy skill. Yeah.
Nay? Holger Beret?
So yeah.
Oh, Yab...
What if I want to buy something? Yeah, the game actually runs pretty fine. So I won't reinstall the graphics card just yet. I still have a little bit of games that I want to try, but in the near future I think I will replace the card. Yeah. But okay, so apparently 1 gigabyte of VRAM is totally enough for a lot of games actually. Well, it is older games, but 2014, yeah, it is a 10-year difference, but I don't see if it is that old. So, yeah. Okay, so this was Sims 4 from 2014. Okay, so this is another great game, but this one's actually from 2015. And it is Black Mesa. So this is actually Half-Life 1 remake. And the settings is actually on, well, they are not on high but on medium, because I was trying to run it on high and it was a little bit too much.
You know, Barney's been pretty scarce around.
You can run it, but
Guess his bar tab must have finally caught
well,
up.
you can actually run. Let's try, because I saw that video card can't even reach 50%. But yes, the problem is the VRAM. The card might be enough, but the VRAM is not enough. Yeah. The game already put everything on medium actually. We can try texture and model detail, because those would be most important. Everything else is not that important. So apparently I could buy the 2 gig variant because I saw on the internet that there is 2 gigabyte variant of this card. But when I was looking to buy,
Man, you cut the ponytail.
I didn't saw any. Maybe people still using a 2 gigabyte variant,
Hey, Mr. Freeman.
because
I
you
had a bunch of
can
messages.
play
We had a system crash about 20 minutes ago, and I'm still...
a lot of games with it, no problem.
Good morning, Dr. Freeman.
So this is how different it looks like. Pretty different. And I also was wondering when we're gonna reach our processor limits and when we need more than 8 gigabytes of RAM. But I think we still have a lot ways to go. If I had to if I had to guess, I would think that I would guess that the PC will start to struggle in the year of maybe 2020, because yeah, the processor cannot even reach 50%. So yeah, well, the actual bottleneck is the VRAM of the actual card. So when we change the card, we'll see what happens. Maybe our RAM and processor will go on 100%. So yeah. Okay, so this was Black Mesa from 2015. Okay, so this is another game. Another actually great game made. So yeah, you can recognize that this is the Resident Evil 1 remake. So this was actually made on the GameCube in 2002, but the PC version, this HD version I'm using, was made only actually in 2015. So that's where I put this game, in 2015 category. So the game actually feels very slow and it is lagging a little bit. Okay, let's see. Ah yeah, 20. Yeah, it shows like it's 40 FPS, but the game don't run on 40, more like 20. Okay. Okay, use an increment. Okay, maybe it is start to turn down some settings. So this game don't like 1 gigabyte of VRAM at all. Yeah, we can leave that actually. Okay, now it runs fine. Okay, so Resident Evil HD version, Resident Evil 1 apparently can only run smoothly, only on minimum settings.
I think you'd better take a look
Yeah,
at
it
this.
drops from
is
60.
it?
So yes,
What?
only minimum settings.
Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining
Because yeah, I
this.
don't like when the game drops
Focus
from
on
60.
this.
It clearly shows that the card is struggling. But I don't really think that the VRAM is the problem. Maybe the actual card. But yes, the game looks pretty terrible on minimum settings. Maybe I can play around with some settings, but yeah. This is just a review of the game.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
But the card
Let me take care of it.
it actually jumps all over the place. Sometimes it's 90, sometimes it's 50.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
So the minimum settings, medium settings.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Not that great actually.
Blood.
And yeah, the doors looks the same. But it dropped to the 30s actually. Yeah. Okay, this is a cutscene, doesn't matter. But it is dropping.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
But the card actually won't reach 100%. And the VRAM as well. I don't know what's causing it. And the CPU is actually jumping to 100.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Okay, so it actually looks pretty strange. Okay, that was a big dip. It looks really strange on 720p. Hey, really? I looked for Wesker. So I cannot.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic.
Okay, so opening the
Thanks. I may
cutscenes.
need it.
Listen,
Dropping,
happens.
the FPS dropping. Let's just play for a little bit. Sort. Okay, let's try some action. So this looks pretty weird, and sometimes to go into a next frame it like hangs for a second or something. It just feels that maybe this hardware is too old for this game. At least a video card. Ah, yeah, you need this stuff actually. Let's go in here. So this is pretty strange. Okay, I will see if I try to fix the error I am getting on the other games, or I will try to ditch the card entirely and just put the new one. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So this was a Resident Evil 1 remake from 2015.